Hello everybody, welcome to the Scientist Room. Today we are taking a look at Portatron from Robotic Bean. Okay, so Portatron is a VST. It's not a Reason rack instrument. It'll run in anything. I'm just using it in Reason because I just want to. Okay, and also Robotic Bean also make the resonance physical synthesizer as well for Reason. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is one of my absolute favorite instruments. I've done videos from this over the last couple of years. This one I hope will be the best one. What is it? Well, it looks like a Porta Studio, right? It looks like one of the Tascam Porta Studios. It's brilliant. It's not really like that, though. It's not that kind of... It's an instrument. It's a cassette instrument. You have 4 tracks here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can load any samples you like onto these tracks. I mean, you can load rhythms, drums. You can load instruments, sounds. You can create all sorts of cool textures. I have previously just mapped the faders to my MIDI controller so we can do some cool fader stuff. This is a preset called Compromise, but we're going to build some presets. We're going to build some custom presets with our own samples. We're going to build some presets with samples that are included. Anybody who uses desktop and Mac should honestly get this Portatron. I'm just holding one C note, so you actually play it like an instrument on your MIDI keyboard. So I'm just going to hold this one note here now. You can change the, flavor of the tape. But I'm just holding one note. It's a beautiful thing. Look, let's look at a few of these controls. We have noise. Okay, you have dropouts. Can you hear that right? This is extreme stuff. Wobble. Now, lag, what happens if we can run this via your keyboard, so you can play it like an instrument. You play one note at a time, it's not poly. It would get chaotic if it was poly, trust me. But you can also press the play and stop. And this lag control here, this will be how your tape slows down and speeds up. So you can hardly hear that, it's very subtle. Rewind. And then we have, if we go with the lag all the way slow, it's... Okay, so that's on auto, of course. And then we can reverse the tape. And then further down the keyboard, you have on your MIDI controller will control various aspects right down the bottom, like C1 or C0. Play. Rewind. Fast forward. And then you can go, well, let's take this back down. Let's change the preset for you just for a moment. We are imported on preset. I will go with this Itasho Koto rhythm. Okay. So you get the idea. If I play lower, it's going to be slower because it's a tape. Okay, we have tape speed. And just like a tape, it will affect the pitch. Marvellous. Look, if we go into library, we've got drone. Let's listen to a drone, Angst in A minor. Now, you'll see that if we look at the top here where it's all blue, these are samples. And if I click on a sample, for example, you'll see what it is. Okay, and then you've got your library where you can change any of these for any samples they've got in there. And they've got all sorts of cool stuff in here. And I'm not kidding, tons of it. Like effects, guitar unplugged, loops, loads. Right, now I'm going to drag down some of these fader presets. We'll start with this one. I'm just going to play a C. I'm going to turn my microphone and bring up to the faders. Now you'll see that this is vibe on an F major. Okay. That's me just pushing the drive up, so. And if we go into tape edit here, you will see that this is our vibe in F major. So I'm going to bring up fade A. And how cool is that? We can reset the panning for this stuff. There's that moan. We can just we can choose to reverse just one. Let's just reverse the moan. This is your Portavision section here where you can see your actual samples and you can move them around and stuff. You can also set your loop put, well, they're like markers. So for example, let's see, L2, if I set that right there, L2, and I go back to my tape editor page and I hit L2, you'll see mark locator 2. It's just so cool. This is quite spooky. Loads of reverb. This is your reverb control down here and your delay time. So you get very, very strange. I didn't map, funnily enough, the master fader. Let me just quickly map the master fader. Hang on a sec. Where we are, me remote. I'm going to tap on this, wibble this, click OK. Okay, so just in case I need to drop the volume of any of these. Marvelous. So this, you get the idea. If we go into library, we've got just ordinary instruments. We could do this major organist thing. I'm just play this. Let's drive some of these levels up a little bit. Let's just have a quick look at the website. I think I've got the website pulled up, but let's just go and check it out. Hang on a sec. Here we go. How much is it? 90 quid. I think that's really good. I think it's really good for that. You can buy extra packs, but you can build your own, and building your own is where you'll have a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description to this here, and you can go and check it out. All the different things they accept, what it is. You can demo it for 20 minutes. So you can download it, demo it for 20 minutes, then it cuts out. You can save, but not load patches from disk, okay? So there's, and there's some demos and things here. You can go out, but it's absolutely just one of the greatest instruments ever. Let's get back into Reason and let's look at some of mine. So if I go and say load, these are mine. So I'm gonna, these are found on where I've stored them, obviously. So I'm gonna start with this alone. I'm gonna click on this and open it. And now if I open the browser here, these are, I'm in a user section, so these are mine. So this is what I've made so far.
Equally.
Have been murdered in this house. And three women. Planned your party very well, Mr. Lawrence. Four of us are men. Three are women.
So you can see I've got
for everybody.
no sample.
Four
in this
men.
one. So if I say, right, well, I'm going to go and put something else in this, I'm going to lower the volume for that. Go in here and I can go and browse my samples. Now, like I said, I can go into library and I can look at guitar unplugged loops. We'll have a look at all this stuff. It's very, very cool. It's like I said, it's right up my street. It's lo-fi. It looks like a tape recorder. I absolutely love it. I think it's fab. I'm going to go to browse now, and I am going to go and find my hard drive, and I've got some let's see, also, well, tons of loops and things. I've got instruments here. Oh, what's this? Let's go memory collection. Oh, let's go with some music, because that's always quite interesting. I don't know what this is. I could preview it, of course. Let's see. I mean, if I right click and then we go open with media player, see what this is. That's actually quite good. What about maybe some Space Q? What's this? It's Space Q. These are all samples from old movies that are all in the public domain by Les Productions Zvon. I will put a link in it. Well, there's always a link in for Daniel's stuff, Les Productions Zvon. Let's see what this one sounds like. I think I'm going to go with this first one here. I'm just going to click this and click open, and it will load into this here. So if I get the volume up for this, I'm gonna sort this out. Look, it's not that long, you see, so it'll be this here. Let's drag that out. We can get, I mean, you can drag, this thing can be huge. You can have lots of lengths of sample. Let's put some delay on this. And reverb. And of course you can, you know, put other effects on here. You don't need to be the included effects, of course. So let's blend that in with a bit of what's already there, shall we? So
Three are women. Goes for everybody. Four men murdered in this house. And three women. Planned your party very well, Mr. Lawrence. Four of us are men. Three are women. Goes for everybody. Four men have been murdered in this house. And three women. You planned your party very well, Mr. Lawrence. Four of us are men, three are women. Goes for everybody. Four men have been murdered in this house.
you see what I mean? And then you could say, well, I'm going to overwrite this now. I'm going to save, and it's already there. It's called alone. I'm just going to save it again, just so it saves this new sample that we've put in. Right. Okay. Cool beans. Look, cool robotic beans. See what I did there? Reset device will give us a completely blank slate and only the noise will be there. Right, okay, so I guess the easiest thing to do is load a sample. What do we want to make? Let's make an instrument. Let's make an instrument that utilizes both the internal instruments, the internal samples, and also some imported ones that I'll do. We've got field recordings, no, maybe some whistles, and I'm going to want a C so I know where I'm at. Is there a C? Yeah, here. Too much lag there. Let's put something in here from the library, and let's see. I quite like vibraphones. We've got ARP singlist vibraphones, chords. No. Droplets chromatic. No. Let's see. Synth ambient, synth drone. I'm gonna try droplets bode. This might sound quite nice. Oh. I mean, you might be happy with that. You know, that's for quite. That's quite nice as it is on its own without having to add anything else to it. Bit more decay and reverb. And you're kind of creating these unique instruments. Let's see what we got. So we added a couple from that library. Let's go into browse, and I'm going to look in my instruments. We've got One Shot C, so I'm going to have a look at what's in there. Tons of stuff in it. Oh, I could put bass guitar. Now, I recorded all of these one shots, so no, I know that I recorded. I won't bother listening to them. I'll just choose this one because, you know, it's easy enough to change. And now, well, let's solo this bass. Okay, I don't want it playing all the time, so it's too short, so like it's kind of looping on itself. Let's try this one. By the way, if you go in here again, it'll look at the last folder you were looking at, so that's pretty cool and fast as well. Missing sample. Okay, that's fine. Let's go and see. Maybe I'm gonna have to just go back in and come on. I'm gonna last known location, put on presets. All right, I'm gonna have to close this now and load. Oh no, I've done it again. Let's just change up the instrument completely for the moment. And go back to browse and maybe try this one. Hopefully this one won't be missing. Open. Right, okay, so okay, cool. And I can just, what the hell was this? I'm going to change that one for a kickoff to. But you get the idea, right? Make that a bit more bassy. That's actually really cool. Let's try adding something else in as well. Let's just go up a level and add some electric piano, or electric guitar samples or brass samples. Let's see. Let's just load this, see what happens, and bring up the level. I'll take down that kalimba a sec. Let's have a look at our tape editor. Oh, that's fine. It's like having your own Mellotron thing going on. Awesome. Bring that back in. That might sound nice. Drowned in reverb. But you see what I mean? You can put any sample in any sample you like. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be musical, or it can be completely musical. And saving this stuff is dead easy. It's let's call this we'll call it vibe trumpet bass. So we know where we're at when we come back to do it. Save it, and you'll see it reflected there, and then you'll see all your other stuff that you saved. If you've watched this Vera premiere, I'd like to say thank you very, very, very much. It's much appreciated. I'm going to play lots more patches for you for another 5 or 10 minutes while you say ta-ra to each other. And as you can see, there is loads of options here to do cool stuff, but it's not a complicated instrument. It lets you get on with the job, which is great. See, of course, if we play it, it's not going to change key for us. Okay, before I shut up and stop talking, look, when you go to library, you've got some fader instruments here. And if we look at, say, Dirty VHS, you'll see you've got 4 samples already loaded into the slots. And then you'll see that 3 of these faders are turned down. Well, this is cool. This means you can kind of start to do some cool fader stuff when you just press play. Okay, so if we just start this off, that's just going to play. And we can we can do some cool fader and stuff. So, guys, I am going to go now. I'm going to play a load of patches for you. Thanks so much for watching. Like I said, I'll put a link in. Personally, I think this is absolutely fab, you know. But there you go. I'll see you later. Ta-ta.